So today I'd like to introduce our research project of the RIHN Research Institute of Humanity and Nature in Kyoto and the Renaissance group. Right. So we have, as the Dr. Priani told us that we'll make a signature on the implementation agreement on 24th. So we are very happy to introduce their research project. Okay. So the first point, what the project issues we are tackling, right? The first point is sanitation. If we look all over the world, white color zone, very low ratio who the people can use the sanitation system. And those places shows a very high under 5 mortality rate. Therefore, we are thinking in Africa or some of the Asian regions, the population growth will continue, and in those places, high under 5 mortality rates and the poverty issues. So how can we contribute? In other words, contribute to accomplish the Sustainable Development Goals, Target 6. This is our first target. And if you can look at, this is the situation in the Lusaka in Zambia, and the peri-urban area. Red colored mark shows the toilet, but also this blue place also toilet for them. And unfortunately, cholera outbreak occurs annually, and they know that they would like to have a sanitation system. Yes, people would like to have, but they cannot have a sanitation system right now. Therefore, we'd like to work on the sanitation issues for the people in rural area or peri-urban area. That's our first goal. Second goal is the issues happen in Japan. Some of you may be surprised that there are aged and depopulated societies coming in Japan. This white colored area, in our estimation, in say 20 or 30 years, their population will be half or less. If this is the case, we are very anxious about to maintain current sanitation infrastructures. And also, Japan, invested lots of money to our water system, say 30 or 40 years ago. And now, we do need to rehabilitate those systems. But we don't have enough capability, economically or other issues. So that this is our second goal. What I mean, we will face, and also you will face, in 100 years later or not, well, I don't know, but population will decrease. And I hope to stabilize at some level, but depopulating society, what kind of water system should we or do we have is our second target of the project. To do this, we'd like to propose the sanitation value chain. This is the common solution for developing and developed world. And we'd like to show the validity of this concept. So our working hypothesis is very simple. First hypothesis is values of people, right? You have your own values based on your religion and the culture and the history. We Japanese also have our own values. And we are thinking that the mismatching with the value by the sanitation system. Sanitation system give us some value, right? But this value and our values or your values are not matched. That's our first hypothesis. Second point is mismatch between when we install the toilet system in Japan. I'll tell you later, right? Toilet bowl itself will not work. But to operate the sanitation system, we do need to have many systems. We are saying this is a prerequisite of the sanitation systems. So the prerequisite of the sanitation system and the conditions of the community should be matched. But current situation, there is mismatch. Therefore, we are proposing sanitation value chain. Okay, why value chain? Point is very simple. That's a chain of the aqueous materials around the toilet in Japan, right? Toilet. But to operate the toilet, we do need to have water resources, water supply system, wastewater system, and also to operate the system and maintain the system, we do need to have the construction industries, manufacturers, heavy electric, operation and maintenance companies, chemical supply, electricity supply, everything. And also, this yellow color shows the flow of money. Right? Municipalities have to prepare some amount of the money to operate the maintenance system, but that's issues currently happening in Japan. And also bank, municipalities, right, have to make a loan from the bank. But when we talk about those issues in the developing world, especially in Africa, West Africa, they don't have any credit. They cannot make a loan from the bank. So the money flows. And another part is the human resources. So everything, this is sanitation system. Therefore, we are thinking value chain is the essential. Second point, why value chain is current model for the water sanitation system will not work in future. Current model means the current model in Japan will not work in the future. Simply because business management of the water agencies, water tariff from users cannot cover the operation and maintenance cost. Okay? So the operation and maintenance cost, only 50% of money are from tariff, from the people. Rest of them are now, the local government covers this imbalance by tax. But we cannot continue to those kind of things. And also rehabilitation of the pipe network and treatment facilities requires large amounts of cost in near future. Unfortunately, I have to frankly tell you, we don't have money in Japan to rehabilitate water and sanitation system in Japan right now. Therefore, we do need to have the new system. If you receive those kind of information, I think you are lucky because you'll be able to design a new system and install new system right now. Most modern state-of-the-art technologies. So that we would like to develop those systems based on value chain. Okay. Another issues in Japan, what is happening? We try to create a resource recycling and low carbon society. But we are discharging nitrogen and phosphorus, potassium to the environment. We are just releasing this way. Another point, right? In Japan, we are using around 200 liters of water per day, one person. But drinking purpose is only 1.2 liters. Others just use the water, right? In other words, the drinkable water is used for the just transporting the pollutants. So, if in Japan we have, fortunately, the water resources, but if we consider all over the world, right, if the place of the arid zone, if they don't have enough water resources, they cannot use those kind of model. Another issue is problem in the micro-pollutant. This is the case of the pharmaceuticals. If I take pharmaceuticals, these pharmaceuticals enter the wastewater systems and enters natural waters. We are very anxious about these situations, continuously due to the several kinds of the pharmaceuticals in an extremely low level. We don't know what will happen. So to do this, we do need to consider further new systems. Therefore, our question is, who will join the new value chain? Or who should join? Or who should be main actor in this value chain? Or what kind of system is required? Or what kind of new technologies are required? But first point is here. First, we'd like to design the value chains, new value chains. I think here in Indonesia and in Japan, a little bit different value chain is required, but the concept is the same. First, we'd like to design value chain for the sanitation. So our approach puts the values of the people and the community in the center and prepare the sanitation system to drive this value chain. And analyze the value chain of several actors and assesses the affinity of each value chain. I mean, you have your own values. Other guys, they have their own values. But we do need to make a very good structure and linkage. And the last part, we'd like to design the new technologies for promoting this integrated sanitation value chain. Okay. So maybe I think I will skip this one. And our project, we have 3 topics. First one is the sanitation and life. Here the Professor Yamauchi is working on this, right? He's a group leader. And the topics in the field and topic 2, technology parts. Unfortunately today, Dr. Ito, he is now in Paris or France to attend the international conference. Okay. Dr. Ito is working on the topic 2. And the topic 3 is co-creation of sanitation value chain. This is drawn by Dr. Ushijima. He is the group leader of the topic 3. And maybe you know this photo very well. Right? This is the case in Indonesia. So the user has their own value chains. Farmers also their own value chains. So how can we design really big value chains? So this is my final presentations. We have those research structures, and here in the management group, we are very happy to have the Neni, right, as a management committee member, and also the fields, the Indonesia is Dr. Ikemi. She's the group leader of the Indonesia field study. Indonesia is one of the very important field for us. So I'm very, very looking forward to working with you. Thank you. Thank you very much.